Yo, 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 it's Jimmy G23 here, and welcome to a cheap OP center back video. Today we're going to be going over obviously cheap center backs and how I came about them and the research that I did. If you look on the screen really quickly, you notice that it's all gold players from 75 to 83. Why 83 is because those are I believe it'd be where the cheapest center backs are at most, relatively cheap. Um, I also ordered everything by pace because I want the fastest ones, and so I go through them and see what's best and see which ones I personally like and which ones are a little bit OP. But today we're going to be specifically going over 80 through 83 rated center backs, just because there's a lot of great players in here that you guys are able to use. So let's go with the first one. This might be a very well-known one, and it's Kimpembe. Um, France, a PSG. He actually got a really great rating increase. He 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, 6'2", high work rates. This is actually a really great card. Why? Because he's 6'2". His acceleration, sprint speed is pretty nice. His short passing is pretty good too. It's a 79, with long passing being a 75. Agility is not bad. His reactions are 79, ball control 78. His agility is not bad as well, so he's able to turn fairly quickly to get the ball. Defense is great, and his physicality is great as well. And one of the things I wanted to point out is that if you add a sentinel to him, he becomes a 91 rated center back, which is insane. And really what that does is that boosts his defense to a 93 and a 90 rated. Show you guys again right down below. It's a 91 rated center back. So this is going to be a phenomenal card if you guys are doing a League One squad. I definitely try to pick up Kimpembe early and for cheap. Let's keep a look at on him. 6'2", tall, great jumping stats as well. Let me take that off. Great jumping stats as well and great heading accuracy. So overall, solid, great card. Next up, we have a Bundesliga top rack. You guys already know him, probably seen him. He's 6'1", medium work rates, 2-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, which is nice. What I like about him is that he has 84 sprint speed. He's also 6'1". Short passing isn't bad, 76. His reactions is pretty good, 81. Ball control, 72. His agility and balance is a little weaker, but his overall reactions or his overall defense is actually really good. One of the things I was looking at is why is his physicality a 74? Like what's bringing that down? And so taking a look at his in-game stats, his jumping is actually pretty good. It's an 80 rated with 81 hitting accuracy, so that's not a problem. And the fact that he's 6'1". It's really his stamina and his aggression that's bringing the overall rating down, because his strength is a 78, which is relatively pretty good to other center backs. And so once again, if you go down here, you could add a number of things to him if you want to boost that. What do you call it? Boost the stamina. You're able to add a couple of things to him. But I'm going to continue to add sentinels. That's a common theme around this. So add a sentinel chem to all the center backs, especially if they have relatively decent pace. He comes up to a 90 rated center back there at the bottom left, which is insane. That essentially boosts his strength, his jumping, and his aggression. The stamina doesn't increase, but his defense does and everything else. So if you're able to withhold the stamina for a little bit, maybe have a center back on your back line, so he's able to or on your bench, have him sub him in. There's some great, phenomenal center backs in here that would be a great subs. But overall, yeah, really great player. Again, going to be cheap. He's at 82 rated, so the highest rated from is the 83, which is Kimpembe. Here we're going into the 82s. Next up, we have Murillo. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I like him. 2-star skill moves. It's not the best. He is 6 foot, which isn't the tallest. But he does have medium-high work rates. I like high defensive work rates. His sprint speed, his pace is pretty good. His short passing is a little iffy. Great agility, great balance. So he's going to be quick with the ball and around the ball. His defense is pretty good, and his physicality is really great as well. So first couple things, you're going to apply an anchor, a shadow. But once again, I am showing you guys be able to apply the common theme, which is a sentinel. And this is insane what the sentinel does. It boosts it by 8, so he becomes an 89 rated center back. If you look at it, stamina is still the same, but then he ends up having a 91 rated defense and 88 face stats for physicality. Like I said, you can apply an anchor, but the biggest difference with the anchor is that they're not there's not a lot of weight on the pace, and so that gives them an overall 87 rated. And you're like, well, what about a shadow? That gives them overall 85 rated, because with center backs it's really important to have that physical stat as well as that defensive stat increase, and so that's why Sentinel would be the best. And if my theory is correct, um, having the highest rated card in that position will allow him to play the best, um, or have the highest player rating at the end of the game. But yeah, overall, really great card. Definitely going to be cheap. He's an 81 rated center back. Um, Great for La Liga use if you're using a La Liga starter team. Definitely throw him in there. Next up, we have the Croatian Vida. I think he actually, for Croatia, he played as a right back. But a really great card. 2-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. He is 6 foot as well. Medium high work rates. He is in an off league and probably more than likely an off uh, nation. But he's really good. He has 80 sprint speed, so his acceleration isn't there, but his sprint speed is. Short passing is a little iffy, but decent reactions, pretty good composure. If you're going to use top rack, this may be a really great substitution to come in, just because he has 75 reactions. His defense is solid all around, and his physicality is solid all around as well. Of course, following the theme, I would definitely apply a Sentinel, just because I'll continue to show you guys. It boosts them by 8 ratings, and this is what this guy needs, really. And everything's just 93 defense, 86 physicality, which is phenomenal. Definitely take a look at him. I'm not saying you have to start with them, but if you're doing a Croatian starter team, which Croatians really don't have, actually have a pretty good national team. If you have like Subasic in the goalkeeper, and then you have the Inter center back, I can't think of him off his name. Then you have Versaco. Then you have you can use Vida, and then if you have the left back as well, then you have a solid back line. And figuring out how you want to do the midfielders is up to you. But I think overall is a really solid player. Then lastly, we got he's really great. He's going to be a really great center back. I think so. 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. He is 6'4", so he's really tall. Medium work rates. I think he'd be a great pair with Top Rack and a couple of other center backs in the German league. His acceleration is not very good, but his sprint speed's an 84, which is really great. He has pretty good shot power, so potential long shots maybe if you get the time shooting right. Short passing, long passing is great, 78, 83. Reactions, ball control. It's pretty good. His agility balance, so he is slow. Turn around quickly, spinning around, trying to. And then defense is 81. And then physicality is not bad other than his jumping stats, but he is tall. So what I notice is with a lot of players who are relatively tall, for midfielders or center backs, they have pretty low jumping stats, but he has pretty good heading accuracy. Stamina is great. His strength and his aggression is there as well. So if you look at this, you apply Sentinel to him with amazing stats. He actually gets a 9 rating increase instead of 8. Really, that boosts his jumping, aggression, and his strength. And of course, his defense gets essentially almost maxed out to at a 92. So these are the top players that I have for you guys. Just a general overview with doing all this research. I noticed that really you should honestly start with a Bundesliga, at least back line. They have a lot of great center backs who are fast as well. I showed you 2, I believe, out of the 5 that I'll be showing you. Mbappe, if you're doing a French back or a League One back, he's going to be a solid player as well. Muriel is a great center back for La Liga, and then just an off if you just want a backup, Vito would be really great as well. That's it for you guys. If you guys like the previous videos, I did the last 3 videos on midfielders. Now I'm doing it on center backs. If you guys like the video, please give me a thumbs up. My social media is down below. I have Twitter, I have Instagram, and Twitch. All the links are down below. Let me know what you guys think. But Jimmy G 23 is out. Peace.